So I would like to talk on the subject of Vedic astrology, which I am dealing with. In fact, I would like to brief that our Vedic astrology is thousands and thousands of years old and is a wing of Vedas. In fact, if somebody questions about the timing of Vedas, we call it as Anadi. Anadi means we do not know when it came to existence. And being a part of Vedas, in my opinion, astrology is also Anadi. Because Vedas have the 6 branches of Jyotisha: Shiksha, Vyakarna, Jyotisha, Chandasu, Nirukta, and Kalpa. These are the 6 branches coming under the Vedas. And if somebody questions about astrology and its timing, we have to link it to the timing of Vedas itself, that astrology is as old as Vedas. Therefore, we are of the firm view that this Oriental science of astrology is not only as old as Vedas, but also as accurate and as certain and time proven like Vedas. Why? Because here I would like to clarify that Vedas have got some special qualities, 3 special qualities. The special qualities of Vedas: Nitya, Satya, and Apaurushaya. Nitya means evergreen. Satya is ever true. And Apaurushaya is the one, which means that not authored by any human being. So what is the meaning of Nitya here? What has been propounded in Vedas and the Vedic mantras thousands and thousands of years ago stands the same even today without changes as observed by the researchers. And Satya, what has been told about the commentary on Vedas has not changed over the years, and it remains the same, unlike many other findings in different subjects. And Apaurushaya is the one which states that it is not authored by any human, but there are some Western philosophers who attribute Vedas to 5000 BC, 6000 BC, etc., as the period of origin of Vedas, but it's not acceptable, as it is against the very fundamental concept of Anadi. In fact, to know about the reality of this concept, we have to quote the quote of Madhvacharya in one of his Dvadasha Stotras, where he says Vipramukhai Sada Vedavadunmukhai Supratapai Kshitisheshwarai Sharchitai. Which means that Vedas was uttered by the mouth of God, or it is uttered by the priests. Vipramukhai, by the Brahmin. Sada Vedavadunmukhai. Lord was pronounced from the mouth of the Brahmin. Sada Vedavadunmukhai, through Vedas and Vedic mantras. Therefore, Vedas are nothing but personification of God. And God is personification of Vedas. That is what Srimad Madhvacharya has told about in Dvadasha Sutra. Here, I would like to tell that astrology being a wing of Vedas, this is also Anadi and is the one which has sprung up from the sacred Vedas since thousands and thousands of years ago. Why not from Yuga Yugantaras also? Astrology was practiced right from Krita itself. Treta Yuga, Rama's horoscope was written. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna's horoscope also we can see. And in many Puranas and also in Ramayana, Mahabharata, we come across the instances where astrological references are being given regarding conducting the various functions. In fact, even the war of Mahabharata was declared only after getting the consent from the astrologer of the time of Dwapara Yuga, Sahadeva. Sahadeva was the one who gave the muhurta for Duryodhana to wage the war against the Pandavas. The story goes in this manner that Sahadeva, being one of the enemies of Duryodhana, has fixed the muhurta for the war of Mahabharata. Because this subject of astrology has got certain principles to be followed. Varahamihira says that astrologers should follow several strictures in life. Adveshi, Nitya Santoshi, Ganita Gamaparagaha, Vagmi, Kushara Buddhiman. Aneka Hora Shastragyaha, Panchasiddhanta Kovidaha, Uha Poha Patuhu, Siddhamantro Janati Jatakam. Any astrologer who wants to learn astrology should have these principles in his lifetime, according to Varahamihira, and then only an astrologer will be able to shine as a good astrologer. Adveshi. The first character is Adveshi, is that a person should not hate anyone. The second one is Nitya Santoshi, should be content with whatever he gets. Ganita Gama Paragaha, one should be conversant with mathematics, astronomy, Vagmi, should be a talented speaker. Kushana Buddhiman means very, very talented person with acute intelligence. Aneka Hora Shastrajnaha should be conversant with various branches of astrology. Panchasiddhanta Kovidaha should also be conversant with astronomical knowledge. Uha Poha Patuhu should have a fertile imagination, which Siddhamantro Janati Jatakam should have a mantra on which he prays the God, a mantra of a devotion, and he should have belief and faith on the Almighty. Among these characters, I would like to tell this Adveshi character for Sahadeva. Sahadeva never hated. In fact, it was the duty of Sahadeva, even if an enemy comes to him, he has to give the muhurta. And Sahadeva was able to give the muhurta to Duryodhana, such a muhurta that Duryodhana shall win the war. Even Dharmaraya, he got perplexed, he got confused and expressed his doubt of winning the war with Lord Krishna, telling that Sahadeva has given a wonderful muhurta and we Pandavas are sure to get defeated. Then Lord Krishna, he plays the trick. The trick is to see that how Duryodhana is diverted from the thought. In fact, the war was fixed on an Amavasya day, and Lord Krishna, he managed to see that the war was declared on Chaturdashi day, and thereby the Kauravas lost the war. Astrology says very clearly that any event that is started on Chaturdashi will lead to catastrophe. Same thing happened, and Lord Krishna was successful in doing so. And it is a story which goes on and takes a lot of time, which we are going to rather explain these things in our courses when we are doing here in our Vedic Wellness University. We are going to explain all these factors to our students. So coming to the point here, being a Vedanga, astrology has these qualities, and these qualities are the one which has made this subject glorious, everlasting, and also a subject worth remembering all through in such a manner that whatever has been told in this astrological knowledge is true. Unfortunately, there are many people who are talking against astrology, telling that astrology is not a science. But I would like to say that it has become the fashion of the day that people who have not studied astrology also talk about astrology without having any knowledge that it is not a science. But unfortunately, many universities have not introduced this science yet, but hats off to our Vedic Wellness University, which has taken a bold step to introduce this subject in the university. In fact, the Supreme Court has clearly passed an order that astrology has to be introduced in the university, in their curriculum, and it is a subject which has got all requirements to be introduced in the university. And if the universities in India are not implementing this, it is a contempt of God. Having been rather informed this way by the universities, the Indian universities are yet to introduce this subject, whereas Vedic Wellness University has already introduced, and the detailed syllabus has been worked out for the students to get for MA degree, and also many courses, even for diploma and other courses. Courses have been framed, and teachers are identified to teach this subject for the students who are interested to join the courses. Our course starts with fundamentals of astrology. Right from scratch, we are going to teach astrology to the students, starting from karma theory. In fact, astrological foundation rests on the basis of karma theory. It is this which is going to throw the light on the future of the persons to be studied. The very fundamental shloka, Horet Yahoratra Vikalpameke, Vanchanti Purva Paravarna Lopa, Purvadhitam Karma Bhavet Sadadi, Tasya Paktim Samabhivyanakti. It very clearly states that whatever may be the life of a person, that rather takes place, that is dependent on one's karmic effect of the past births. And according to the karmic effects of the past births, the reflection of the life is being known from the subject of astrology. Therefore, in karma theory, we are teaching about the principles of reincarnation and the number of births that are going to be rather taken by the soul, the knowledge of the soul, birth, rebirth, reincarnation, and afterwards the effect of these births on the human being carried out on and on and on for different births, finally transcending into a Vidhi chakra, a chart which is casted at the time of birth, and that chart is going to reflect the quality of the life the person is going to lead in this world. And all this, or rather known by the study of the planets, the 9 planets, the 12 bhavas. The 9 planets and the 12 bhavas, they are going to throw the light of the fate and the readings of the life of the every person. So this is what we exactly are going to teach and make the students understand in depth with precise accuracy